Hello everyone, my name is Josh Maurer. I'm instructor of Broken Plow, Western Martial Arts. I teach longsword on Wednesdays. Today we're going to go over changing through, or durchwechseln. Now, changing through is taking your point from one side and bringing it around the other side of their sword. Why do we do this? We do this against people that are parrying to our sword, they're attacking our sword, or they're not attacking our body, right? So anytime that they're attacking anything but the four openings, right, they're not attacking us at all, then we don't have to worry about their blade at all, and we can change through. If, however, they have a threat still on us, the point's still in our face, or they can easily get their point in, we don't change through, right? And we're going to see why as we go through this technique. So, changing through. How do you do it? So, start off simply by being out in long point. All changing through is going to be is allowing our point to sink down below between us and our opponent. So right now our point is between us and our opponent. We're just going to allow it to sink. That's it. If they're attacking our blade, they're attacking probably around this area, right? So the moment we allow our point to sink, that's gone, right? So the way to do this is not to bring your hands down, right? It's not to push the sword down. Simply release your grip, right? Release the grip. You don't want to release it too much, just loosen it, okay? Just loosen your grip, and the point will fall. And then to bring it back up, tighten. Loosen, tighten. Loosen, tighten, okay? That's all it is to change through. But when to use it is against someone who's going after the blade, right? If you're out at long point and they don't want that point to be there, they're going to attack it, or they'll try and go around it, or they'll attack through the center line. But if they're attacking the blade itself and they're not attacking you, that's when you can change through, bring it back up, and now you're on the other side of the blade because the blade has passed through as you went down. Blade passes, you bring it back up, now you're on the other side. So commonly, this is when you're out in long point, out in plow, or an ox, right? You can do an ox as well. We're out here in ox, loosen grip, tighten. So if someone is trying to crump your blade and they pass through it and they don't have a point there to fend you off, you can just do this and go back in. Right, so you're in long point, come back in. And changing through, you can do multiple times in a row. Say they go to attack your blade, you change through, you come in, they push your blade out again, change through, come the other side, change through, come the other side. And you keep doing that over and over and over again until you finally snap them, right? Until you finally get them, you can keep changing through, or until they present a threat so that you can't keep going in. Another way to change through is you go to cut to long point, or you go to cut an overhound at a distance that you know that's not going to hit, but the person's going to parry your blade anyway, right? So you go to make this cut and they go to parry your blade, and they're not doing like a Zornhau, they're not trying to do a Zverkow, they're not trying to do something to keep the point in your face, they're trying to beat your sword out of the way. So when you cut in, your sword goes out like that, right? Or even just out of the way, and their point is out here somewhere. So you can just go straight in with if you wanted to and wrestle. Well, we got this 3 feet of blade that we can use. I say we use that before we start trying to wrestle somebody. So when we go to make this cut to long point, when we go to cut out, our hands are going to do the same motion as cutting along. Our hands are going along the same path. What's going to change up is that just like how we loosen our grip here, we're going to loosen our grip part way through our cut. So as we're cutting out, I'm going to loosen my grip here, right? Instead of being here, I'm going to loosen it here, bring it back up to where my hands are back at long point, and I pass through their blade. Okay, so they go up, parry, I let my point sink down between us, I come down, my hands are at long point, I tighten my hands back up, and now I'm back in long point. Okay? again. Okay? It's one of the cool things that I like to do, and it works pretty well against somebody who's more worried about the blade than you, right? And remember, this technique depends solely on somebody who's more worried about the blade than more about cutting you or stabbing you. If they're more worried about that, or they are using techniques that would not allow a change through to happen because they cut the point in, like you go up to do that, cut the long point or cut that long point, or do an overhow and they parry an ox and they keep that point in front of your face, not a good time to change through. You're gonna get stabbed with the knock rising. Right, the moment you leave the blade and you try to cut on the other side and they go to stab in, that's also a knock rising, if you know what knock rising is or traveling after. If you at any point get parried and they have the point somewhere, like you come with an unterhow, they block with plow and they come up with stab. Right, it's not a good time to change through. So you have to know when you can and when you can't change through, and it's usually when you're not worried about them attacking you at that moment and they're just worried about the blade. If you have any questions about what we just talked about, you can talk to me or any other instructors. Again, I'm Josh Maurer from Broken Plow Western Martial Arts, and thank you guys for taking the time and listening about change through.